What's up, everybody? Welcome back to the AM. So today I want to talk about Prove It, and I really want to talk about operating out of a place to be someone for somebody else and to be somebody for someone else. And I want to talk about why it doesn't matter. So most of us grow up in life trying to prove something. And what we're trying to prove is that I'm actually capable of doing what I said I was going to do, that I'm enough, that I'm able to actually accomplish the things that I've chosen to set out and do in life. And oftentimes the reason why we are trying to prove things is to get love and validation from other people. And love and validation are never going to be able to come from other people the way you need it to if you're not whole in your heart for that stuff to be healed and filled up the way it needs to happen. And I'm saying this because with social media, there's so much of cool, I'm going to show you what I've done with my life, what I've accomplished, and why I've accomplished it, and how much I'm worth now because I've done the thing and made money. And I don't honestly think any of that matters, right? I've talked about this before, the types of value, how you have intrinsic value, and then there's value to what you produce, right? There's value like how you add back into other people's lives and how you give value to other people's life, but you also have intrinsic value. And I think a lot of that is lost, especially in society. And social media has made it so much about that, about keeping up with the Joneses. Cool, they're traveling, they have a better life than me. I need to prove that I should have a good life. And it's interesting how you can create whoever you want to be on the internet, but what really matters is the person that you are behind closed doors. What matters is your character and your commitment to yourself and to others and the relationships you have. And that's what matters. What type of person are you behind the closed doors when nobody's watching? It's easy to put on a mask and to become something that you're not. And it's easy to just try and fake it till you make it. Cool, I feel horrible and I don't like where I'm at in life, so I'm going to pretend to be somewhere else. And it never works. It seems to break across the whole border of life, right? Just across every area. It just seems to break. And I'm talking about this because I do think it's a bigger problem, especially just with the increase of the increase of screen time. I was listening to a TED Talk the other day, and y'all have to forgive me. I need to get better at this to where I actually remember and write down some of this so I can point y'all back to it. But a lady was talking about how by the time you're seven years old, like a vast majority now of that child's life is lost to screen time. Like they're just sitting in front of a screen watching screens. And you think about how that totally affects their development. They're looking at something else. They're looking at other people. They're looking at what other people have done, accomplished, the normal, and they're creating this whole normal from something that does not exist tangibly in their current world. And they're lost with their most direct and important connections. So much time now is spent on screens versus direct and important relationships in your life. And I'm saying this because we, as a result, have become more connected, and accessibility to connect with people is very easy, but that doesn't actually mean relationship. Connection does not mean relationship. Connection just means, hey, you're available to actually contact somebody. And it's interesting how we use the connection now to isolate and avoid, and to actually really avoid the real relationships and the things that matter most. And I'm saying this too because I want to bring this back into what I said earlier about prove it. We're all out to prove something to somebody that doesn't really matter. And the person that we forget about who matters the most is normally us. And it's like, we're so obsessed with trying to be somebody that we're not, and trying to prove that we're better than, we look in life, and we're better than what our pictures show and our experiences show. We're better than that we forget that keeping my word to myself when I said I make the bed every day really, really matters. That my character really matters. When I said, hey, I'm going to do this, and my word matters, and not to be flippant about those things, that those things really matter deep down to me and to my close relationships and the people who trust me and have partnered with me and have put responsibility on my life to partner with them for us to go forward in the journey. And I really think that this is vastly lost. Instead, we're just chasing the next high of social acceptance, which isn't acceptance. right? And I think it's very, very, I think it's very easy to fall into that. And then you actually forget what matters because you're trying to get worth from somewhere else and you can't. It breaks. Anyways, guys, I'll catch you later. Peace.